There we go. Get it off the screen. Ah, we didn't remove the taskbar. Hide this. Boom, boom. Do it again. We'll fix it. There we go. Now it's full screen. Yes, continue. Based on my most recent save, I'd assume. But they're actually usually just load the game. What do we gotta do? We gotta go speak to Mid. Which is not gonna be through there. They are gonna be all the way around through these doors. Or at the very back of the hideaway. Dude, I've been sneezing up a storm when I got up. A goddamn storm. Now my nose is like hella runny, causing all kinds of problems.
Jill looked white as a sheet when they brought her back.
White as a sheet when they brought her back.
Litlins have been up to their old tricks.
She just
again.
tired? I mean, nothing like extremely terrible happened that I remember. I mean, well, we did terrible things. God damn it. I tried to close my damn window, and it's such a heavy window that I moved my entire body before the window closed. Alright, great job, bucko. There we go. Fix that. Fix this. Good? No, too far that way. Why is this all loose again? There we go. Good. This is loose. Good? You good now? Am I not gonna rip my headphones out of my ear? Sit on my cord? Nearly fall out of my chair? I think we're good now.
Come on, Otto.
I do have to go re-look at those hunts to remember where to go. And hope that one of them drops the item that I need for the crafting recipe. I'd assume it's going to be one of them now, because they weren't there before.
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
Yes.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it. Then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me. That one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause.
Well, you better. And you better be making some dank shit
But
down
I'm
there.
hoping no one's stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here. And I want to do it.
Well, well, well. If Sid could see you now.
Yeah.
All right. I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
Ah.
Who else?
Damn it.
What do you want me to do?
Why don't you go fetch these things
First
for
things
me?
first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now.
Can't you get this
I'll let
shit
you know if I need
yourself? You lazy bum.
Where to start?
Oh,
Materials
can I
and
at
tools.
least get it all from here, though? Okay, good. If I thought I was gonna have to like go out, fight a mob, get the stuff from the mob, bring it back. Okay, if I just have to talk to the blacksmith and the carpenter, that's easy. Easy peasy. All right, let me remember the hunts. Peru. Oh, there's another one here too. Muddy Murderer. Hawk Cry Cliffs in Rosario, North Sorrowwise, and West Ride. Okay. North Sorrow, Restawide,
What's everyone whispering about?
and then Hawk Cliff. True, I don't remember the exact details of what she did originally, but she did something. That is a great question. What if that's what split up Sid and Benedicta? Or Benedicta. Benna. Sid was a dog. He got someone at the Veil Pregante.
Blackthorn.
That was the end.
Busy?
What does it look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools.
Yeah, some sketches of a mad alchemist notebook.
Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff? An airship?
That'd be pretty great.
I'll see what I can do.
That'd be pretty
Till I
great
bring
if she
them
did
over when I'm
that.
done.
I'll definitely take an airship.
My thanks. And Mid's, no doubt.
I mean, not that I need one. I can just teleport me wherever I want. But if we had one, bragging rights. Where's the carpenter? Oh, here. Off limits. That means you. Oh, you motherfucker! Let me in your shop. Ah.
Was wondering where you'd got to. Mid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list.
A noxious vapors that spill through the cracks of certain door in Sidolfo Teleman's Deadland hideaway would sting the eyes and burn the nose of anyone who strayed too close. Combining every ingredient on this list would no doubt produce a similar result. Oh.
Think you can find everything on there?
This lot. Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment,
It's paid 100 times over by what that girl's done for us.
Okay.
If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water.
Oh,
That
so
would have
she
drained the life
figured out
of
how
us
to-
long ago.
indeed it would.
Get stuff
I'll
out of
send the
water.
stuff on to
Okay.
Mid when it comes in.
Thank you, Karen.
Didn't she say the carpenter
That just
as
leaves
well?
the carpenter. Let's see if Bardolph's available.
Here? Bro. One tiny piece of wood stopped you? Yo, what up, dude?
Do with a good oil in this, kid.
Should be enough to keep us going. How do, Master Sid?
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd
I
love
mean,
to
he
help
is the
young
head
miss however
carpenter.
I can.
I like there's a lot of other
But
options.
I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch them, we'll all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have,
Oof.
but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
I see.
Lots of empty land in your future.
Don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause.
Is there different
I'll
weapons?
ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
I mean, yeah,
Least I
there
could
is, but not like different play style weapons. I mean, there are weapons that you upgrade from one to another. Certain recipes that you can find that you can fulfill through materials that you get or drops off of hunts. Like there's one thing I have called a like some belt recipe I picked up, which I can't make yet because it requires an item specifically that drops off of a hunt. And once I find that hunt that drops that item, I'll be able to make it. But like, no, it's just two-handed sword related. Even though he does have a tiny sword on his waist. Even though he does have a tiny sword on his waist, he never uses it, as far as I'm aware. At least he hasn't yet. Your emergency stabber? Yeah. Alright, let's go do... Yeah, over there. Was it the docks? Or so it's just gonna be like somewhere in between this. Like I'd imagine. Hawk's Cry Cliff. That was where one of them was. One of the hunts. But like this is the mud matter? Or mad mutter? Something with mud. So there could be this entire area right here. It's just somewhere in this area is where it's at. Now, for Clive, who is the only one you actually get to control, hold on, I wanted to try something. So, Ravage, jump, aerial. Aha! I saw some Reddit things. Of combos that you can do in the game, and you could juggle people really well, like doing aerial charge strikes. I want to try to get a little better at combos today. So you charge this up, you jump, you release, and it does that instead, which knocks them up. Torgal, do that, jump, and then 6. Ooh, Torgal did big damage.
Torgal, kill! Farewell.
Okay. They're not like really high level, so of course we're still taking them out pretty fast. But will all be helpful later. Chocos, vampire things over there, more bees, more chocos. So it's got to be further that way. Oh no! I ejected the Tokos! I'm sorry! I didn't really need to do that, but that Choco gone. I forgot that that's like my super strong finisher. Oh, didn't I also equip Aerial Blast? Yeah, we got Aerial. That's the NATO. I gotta use that. Yo, what up? No, wrong button. Oh, that's so good. I love it. Oh, I missed. Yeah, that's a very long skill. How do you like 16 compared to the rest of them? I just recently ran through 1 through 15, excluding the MMOs. And comparing it to 13's trilogy and 15, this is significantly better to me. And then comparing it to like my favorite 12, I like it. It's good. There's a lot of people who are out here hating on the videos that I've made and comments on stuff that say the same repetitive thing over and over. It's a different clone, man. It's not. But it's funny, actually, like about people who complain about that. I saw a post recently, and I shared it on Twitter, that people used to say the same thing about Final Fantasy VII, that it wasn't a real Final Fantasy game, which I thought is hilarious. But yeah, I'm having a fun time. I like the combat. I like the introductions to hunt in this one as well. I have my complaints about it for sure, but I'm still very much enjoying the game. Oh, that's okay. I have to hold down the triangle. Okay. You don't think a lot of people will agree? I mean, like, yeah, like I said, like, right, there is when Final Fantasy VII came out, people were like, "That's not a real Final Fantasy VII. It's stupid. It's that." I know someone who is like a huge Final Fantasy VI fan and hated 7 when it came out. I know someone like that. I don't know if he's in the chat right now, but he has talked about it before. And I think that's always going to happen on like every big change in a Final Fantasy. I know people who said that they haven't played Final Fantasy since Final Fantasy X, and then I know people who say that Final Fantasy X was the last good Final Fantasy. A lot of different opinions out there. And it's like, you think about that, Final Fantasy X came out 22 years ago. A long time ago. Oh! This is definitely like the JoJo move. What the fuck is Torgal? Get over here. Parried. Feels good. We don't have any potions, so if we go and fight this mob, we're gonna have a bad time. So let's go to that shop. Buy some. I'm not traditionally big on that, but this has been great. Yeah. I would say the same. Like, I've never been like a real like super high action kind of guy, and I do really enjoy turn-based combat. But this is not that complicated, and I've been enjoying it quite a lot. And even if you have a really hard time with action-based games, they gave a lot of accessibility features, which like I really like, right? With the timely accessories, like you could just, you know, have yourself get auto-healed after a certain amount, or, you know, not have to spam melee attacks, or automatically evading, or just slowing down evade so it becomes a QTE. Like, that's, I think, really cool that they added it. Like, you can kind of play the game how you want to play it, you know, make it as difficult as you want to make it.
I ain't got much, but what's mine is yours.
I think we have that already. I'm not spending. Well, we do have 90,000 gil. I could buy this. Night Terrors.
There you are.
Okay, but what I want more than anything is potions, because we have
You won't
none.
be disappointed.
And if we go to fight that hunt with 0 potions, we're gonna have a bad time. I have a feeling we'll have a really bad time with no potions. I think it is a last rebirth area. Yeah. I really like the mega skills you eventually get. Okay. Peter's over there. He's got to be like towards the end of this area then. Yeah, there's a pretty big divide, definitely in this one. Why not make it more? What would be more accessible? Oh, why not make it more challenging? I get what you're saying there, because like the challenging stuff doesn't exist until New Game Plus. New Game Plus is when I think you can activate hard mode, and it also changes the mobs that spawn in certain areas. So like the mob, they'll like replace, let's say, like a standard guard, like a boss in an area, and instead it will be like an Iron Giant. So that they do have the more challenging options, but yeah, you don't get it till New Game Plus, unfortunately. Yeah, apparently there's all kinds of stuff in New Game Plus. So you know how like you get like a lot of materials in this game, but you don't really use them? Apparently that comes into New Game Plus, and you can like really upgrade your stuff a lot higher than you can in this. Like I read +7. Like +7? Yeah, I think right now it only goes to +2. You didn't sell everything? Yeah, because like you'll be getting like hundreds of magic ash. Okay. Ew. Ew. The Flan Prince, rank A. Oh. 12,000 bounty. 38. Oh, this is gonna be rough.
Thought you'd take us unawares, did you?
Waken wing!
Good. Dodge. You did not get sucked up by that, that's for sure.
There's a good boy.
To me, boy!
Do something. This guy's got all the magic. Oh, I thought he ate me. Ooh.
Get him! Too slow.
Dude, that was I was like, oh! Like, man ain't gonna be doing any more punching after that. Good lord, yeah.
No good. I needed that.
Ah, you bastard. coming in with potions, we'd already be long dead. He just did fucking expansive jutsu on me. We might not even be strong enough for this right now. We've gone through all of our potions. We're still at like a little over a fourth health, a little over a third. Oh Lord. Oh yeah. I think maybe we gotta come back here a little stronger. Just a little stronger. This guy might be a little too strong for us right now. A little 8 levels higher than us. We have potions. Okay, we do have potions. Now where was the other one? It was North Sorrowwise was one of them. And then the other was rereads. Those little sticky goo hands. I used to put them like in the fridge when they would get too dirty to like help clean them when I was a kid. Sorrowwise, what was the other one though? All three were in Rosaria. Gallop Rock, the docks. We'll just go to Martha's Rest. We're gonna go there anyways for a quest. God damn. I mean, when I fought something that was 2 levels higher than me, it was kind of hard. 8 levels? Yeah, when it's hitting like 500 to hit.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the rest?
I'm looking for your carpenter.
Home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
Okay.
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. As far as I know, he's still there.
Okay. I'll have to test it out more. I haven't really used the counter section of it. Okay, he's over there, but I'm pretty sure.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Is over here.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other now.
It said North Sorrowwise. I'm gonna assume that this is north. I guess we also do have one less party member than usual. That might have made it a little bit more difficult as well. She's resting. Yep, it's that. Mm-hmm. 31, much more manageable. Woo! we go. Precision block. Okay. Yeah, see, now we've entered the Dark Souls territory. Oh shit, he transformed, look at him. Untouchable? I mean, I don't know about untouchable. Looks like we got touched there, I gotta say. What? 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 No! Are you shitting me? Oh my lord. No, dude. It reset him? That's a load of bullshit.
Nice try.
Probably not gonna make it through with half of our, less than half of our potions. Restarting that. Stone skin? I think so, yeah. Well, actually, might not. I have strength, yeah. Broke my guard, he said, fuck that shit. Bye-bye.
Come on. Come on. I failed.
Yeah, there it is. Damn, that reset boned me. Would have had him easy if that reset didn't happen. I already had him under half.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other.
What was weird is that it like showed its HP go to 0 too as well. I thought that was weird. I wonder what happened if I actually went up to it and hit it. if I was able to like dash up to it and hit it while it showed it at 0 HP. Would it have insta-died? Or was it just like a visual bug? Alright. Attempt number 2. Let's not walk too far away from this bucko.
There's no turning back.
Try to get out. Give me your head. I want to upgrade that fist one next.
Nice try.
Oof, just dashed in. There we go. Precision block.
Too slow.
What the hell happened there? That's a little extra. It was like a parry break into that. We gotta get away from this corner. Actually, hold up. We don't want him to reset again. Get away from the corner. This is what happened last time. Okay.
No good.
We only used one potion this entire time. Two potions. Okay, we got him. He didn't drop the thing. Ah, he did. It was the one I needed. Nice. All right, we can go make that belt now.
From the ruins it came, and to ruin it returns.
All right. He's all the way up there, so we got to go back up the elevator and then that way. Or we could just go to East Hall too. Doesn't really matter. That went significantly better than the first time. We used like a fourth of our potions. Ah, and we can make that. It was like a Drake sling belt. We can make that. Hell yeah.
All right, Sid.
It'll take ages to tidy all this stuff up.
Those of us who are still here.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Thank you for sticking with us. Wait, that's not the way out.
Man of Grieger mopping their brows.
Please, teach me.
Naught but wild beasts this end. All their twisted talons and grease.
Alright, he's way off over there. Stay away from the antelope things. They got real pissy last time I stood next to them.
Time to fight.
Oh yeah? My big boy over here? It's okay.
Let's try.
I saw one post about people talking about some streamers that were playing the game and their play styles between each other. One large streamer on Twitch, they were talking about Animal Garu and how he calls all of the bosses like too big damage sponges, but then people commented on his gameplay that the reason why it takes him so long to defeat bosses is every time he staggers him, this is all he does. He just lunges him over and over. Instead of doing like any skills versus them or any semblance of any combo. So it's like, yeah, of course, if you're doing only 8,000 stagger damage, like, of course it's gonna take forever to kill a boss, my dude. You gotta save them skills. Or at least, you know, balance them in the way that you'll have some of them available by the time you stagger them. Yo, what a dude?
Hi. If it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now?
Proposition. Oh, thank you for the follow, dude.
Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
Oh, what's a wild Pikachu?
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents.
No, yeah, I'm having a great day.
Well,
Yo, thank you for the
came up
gift,
here
dude.
hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends.
I'll take all them fiends out.
But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could,
It's the least I can do.
Them fiends ain't gonna have
Thank
a
you kindly.
standing chance.
And take care.
Not against Clive Rosenfield. Yo, yeah, I'm saying, I'm loving it.
This shouldn't take long.
Dude, so one of the videos I made that was making a joke about how RPGs are like half movies today because of cutscenes. Some guy was like, wow, spoilers, and was like 100% serious. He thought like I spoiled the game on that, which I like literally made up stuff in that video. So I told him, I was like, this is literally all made up. Like, none of these things that I talk about in this happened. And he was like, well, this happens in the story, talking about a particular event involving a hooded man. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, I'm 2 hours in, and I knew about that. And I was like, that doesn't happen until like 8 to 10 hours in the game. What are you talking about? And he was like, well, you mentioned this thing in it, and that totally, happens. I was like, what I said in the thing doesn't happen. There is no long lost brother. And then he was like, just admit you spoiled, man. And I'm like, no, just admit that you're wrong. If not, I could show you the exit. And then he, I thought was funny. Like he kicked himself out. He picked his own self up by his collar and threw himself out the door. Oh, all right. Damn. Calm down. All right, dude. See you later.
Soil and stone.
Oh. Do the big abilities happen from when I counter and then use an ability? Is that what it is? Like I block and then, or was like what determines how many fists pop out? Does it have to be in a parry?
Fine hound. Come on.
Not 100% sure what determines the higher quality version of that.
Guess we're all ready.
Are we being invaded by Pikachu today? Someone ran into like a Pikachu nest? Is that what's going on today? Tried to block, that was a fail though.
There's a good boy.
I need to get better at blocking. Take him out. I missed! Oh!
That's better.
You can stop playing around. I don't want to die.
That should do it.
You made short work of that
Short
lot.
work? Yeah, sure. Short work.
Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
Look at all these VV crows
How long is
around.
it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left.
340. Numbers not answering that.
Oh, it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Well, dude, maybe one day it'll change, you know?
Don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's on to your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
That should take care of Mid's little list.
Okay.
Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
Look at that. Clam shells. Okay. And we're done here. There is still another hunt here, though. But I don't remember where it was supposed to be. 3 reeds. Shallop Rock. Like, yeah, we know the one in here. We're too weak for that right now. Not Lazarus District. I'll have to read the board again.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Oh, yeah? Has Tat been eating the lemon tarts, huh? Alright, what was this hunt? That I'm forgetting. Where was it at? Gridon's Ride, West Gridon's Ride, Rosaria. Yeah, I didn't see that on the map. This one kicked our ass, so we gotta wait for that. But West Gridon's Ride, Rosaria. Maybe we haven't discovered that yet. I feel like we would have, though. I don't think it would tell us to go to areas we had never discovered. Nearby activities. Marks available in this region. So it is in this region then. The Dim. Eastful. And nothing lives in this. Nothing lives in the Blight as far as we're aware. Like, I don't think anything can live in the Blight. Unless you really zoom in. Okay, let me do that. Thorowise, Abbey, Nashpeel, Docks, Hewitt Bridge, Wyatt Sands, Silken Strand, Lazarus District, Rosegate. It was like Rosarian. Serpent Scale, Amber. Some paths opening up, so maybe it could be that gate over there. Dr. Nash Pier. 3 reads. The Whispering Waters. Presidia. Ah, we were right next to it. It's right here. Okay. Yeah, that is one of those really zoomed in specific things. Okay. Thank you. It was up by that little thing right there. I'm gonna guess get over there. What? Come on. What? Let's just pull you out. Alright, let's pull you out of the sky. This is why we have the grip thing. Specifically for flying mobs. Oh, one of the reasons for it anyways.
Get off.
Oh, I was not trying to activate that, but hey, it's there now. I guess it could be here. It's at east. Could be like around here. Or could maybe even be considered down here. But that's where that guy was standing. Or was he standing here? Be there? Oh, look. Oh, this is the dock. I'd imagine he'd be fairly tall, and not hidden at all. It's a minotaur. Didn't say the broken hill, but check up at the top of this. I doubt it would have me fight it in a small area. See, that's considered the broken hill, so I don't think it's there. Wait. That looks like an awfully big man. I think I found him. Let's take out this stuff on the side. No, he's only level 19, so that can't be him. Yeah.
Too slow. I mean to open my map up. Yeah, stop that.
Where do these guys come from? Just one Minotaur? Yeah, it's supposed to be in this area. I thought that was gonna be him, but when he didn't, nothing happened. It clearly wasn't. Another Minotaur. Yeah, kill all the Minotaurs with the Minotaur King come out. I don't actually think I've ever seen that. I think I was like on my list to watch one day. I don't actually ever did watch it. Is that the one where it's like two really goofy cops? Like a comedy thing? Right back into the stagger. Okay, cool. I did rewatch the first Incredibles yesterday because I saw an Incredibles clip on TikTok, and I was like, you know what? I'm watching it. I still have to watch this, the second one. But I really like the Incredibles. Yeah, this is where the dude was at. So it's not here. One of my favorite movies of all time is probably Step Brothers. Fucking love that movie. I think it's hilarious. I love it. I love most Will Ferrell movies though. That, Talladega Nights. Exactly, yeah. Okay, let me actually check it. I doubt it's up here, but you never know. You never know. Yeah, there's not enough room for it to be up here. Well, hold my heartbeat down with ninja focus. I thought you were dead. I highly doubt that they put it over here. We've already fought one thing over there. I could check. I don't think they would put another hunt there, but you never know. Games these days love to reuse spots. Run the other way car somewhere. Banana! I thought she was coming in here. Oh, then she's just walking by. Okay. Well, what the hell's going on over here? Just a little Dargan. Okay. Okay, little Dargan, get out of here. Yeah, get out. You knew it was wrong. We gotta get, like, more icon bar eventually. Like, they don't just give you 2 bars and it stays there. It's gotta go up to, like, 3, 4. Probably just 3, though. I don't think it'd get bigger than my health bar. Yeah, he said, nah, you ain't leaving. And he was like, wait, maybe I am leaving. This is way outside of my zone. I'm uncomfy now. This is outside my comfort bubble. Okay. Check over here. Maybe it could be here. Little Dargan over there. Wait. I see something big move over there. Maybe it was here, but because I did the quest, removed him while I was doing that quest, maybe? Because I was in the area, but also not really in the area. Maybe I was just tripping. Maybe it was a bird. Check there now.
No use calling Ambrosia now.
Can't call it what? I mean, I guess it technically is a town. Does that mean that that is eventually going to turn into an official town again? I bet so. The fact that I couldn't run in there or call my chocobo.
This might take a while.
Where else could it be? It's got to be here. Unless this whole thing is considered the ride. No, we went up to this and we didn't see anything, and that's East Pool, and I'm pretty sure it said East. Rhiannon's ride, which would, I assume would be on this side. It'd say, well, even, okay, if it said west though, then even that would maybe be just here, unless this whole thing is considered it, and maybe it'd be in this corner. Because it would be probably the road. Oh. Yep, there he is. Put them nipples away.
Can't let that thing run free so close to the end. Time to take the bull by the horns. Garuda!
Yeah. Get out of here with that. The only downside of not having the hunts menu is that I gotta remember stuff like old school. Oh, actually broke it.
Come on.
Ooh. That's not good. Torgal! No! Torgal! Heal!
Soil and stone!
Oh my god. Well. We can take that mark off the map. At least we know where he's at now. We'll have all of our potions.
There's no turning back.
Oh, double precision block. Get out of here.
Nice try.
Damn it. Trying too hard to block.
Guess we're all ready.
Can't see shit.
That's better. Not good. Second.
Oh, almost exited. Okay, there is a line on the ground that I can now see. All right, good. Get out of that. Quit opening the fucking map. Ding dong.
Come on. I needed that.
Covered. Going for another. Completely way too far away.
There's a good boy. Too slow.
There we go. It was definitely harder than the other one. Is that gonna be a level? No, it's gonna be right on it though. There's a literal sliver left.
Well, locals will sleep easier without him at their gate.
Damn right. Let's go get that fat renown gifts. And we got to go make that belt that we can now make.
Jill looked white as a sheet.
What do you need? What do you want?
Oh, we can make the next thing now. We'll definitely do that.
Should last you a good while.
Hell yeah. The Drake Slayer belt. 11 more HP, 29 more defense. Huge upgrade.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Huge.
Anything else?
How's this sword look? Okay.
It's all right.
See, guys.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
How may I help you today, Clive?
You can give me my reward. This is
Come
what you
to
can
claim
do.
your just desserts?
Hell yeah.
All yours.
We got Dire Wolf Jess.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
295, huh? Healing potency of potions by 40%. Oh. Actually pretty good.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
All right, Clive. You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Arthur's Rest.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Perfect.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
Now, what is it going to give me, though? We're going to level, but I mean, like, what benefits is it going to provide the hideaway? This is the wind-up ability of that? Okay. Or does this wind-up cooldown? 3 seconds.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Two little quests. The weight of command. Do no harm. The ones that have that, I know, they don't really provide any benefit.
Ah, Clive.
Talia.
Other than XP and renown.
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course.
And money.
Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Oh, that's right.
Larkin!
Hey! What's going on here? Who did this
I need to make it so it shows this also
could have done this?
on TikTok. I used to, and then I have changed things, so it no longer does.
He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgor. He must have found something.
Oh, now it's time to talk to Torgor about
Don't
him,
keep
all
Gav
right?
waiting.
Oh, hey,
He
hey.
seemed excited.
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first time, and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but Hear as many die.
Many die as they recover?
Is it really worth the risk?
It's just a tattoo. What are they doing that people are dying because of it? What kind of surgeries are they doing? Where's my charger? I didn't think it was that extreme. Or dying from getting their curse brand or their bearer brand removed? God damn.
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers...
So it's like some kind of pointy needle looking thing, and then maybe it's like carving their flesh out. Like, I don't know, dude. Because that can't be their whole flesh. Clive still got his beard.
Until that day, a brand is a burden. And we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential. And we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way. But
well, hopefully mid invents laser removal, then that'd be way easier.
Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low.
Ammonia?
What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'll
Just
get
tell
some
me
more
what
for
you
you.
need.
You'll go? Oh, thank you. No one knows Herblore like Taya, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
Okay. Let me pop that on. I want to see if these last two calls have left me. Hold on. Mute myself real quick. Testing. Either one of them left a message. You gotta be past the zone if I say. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't remember it off the top of my head either.
Here, what's everyone whispering about?
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of curse breakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A curse breaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion, but this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them.
There's some goblins.
I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous, but I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
I'll go look for them.
I'll go and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid. And I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
True. Ah, yes. Maybe he'll actually know something about Torgal now. The kid did say he was searching for tombs or something like that about him.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories.
Okay.
They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Aha!
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Exactly.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other...
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable.
True.
He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a Frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal!
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health.
Oh?
Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
Why were your nuts out, old man? You be careful what you do with my dog. Alright?
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
Looks relatively basic so far, but you'll probably make more stuff and increase your stuff. It looks like all you have is a mortar and a
You and everyone else.
alchemy
But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot, starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them.
You gotta stay out of the restricted section in Tome's library. That's where all the R-rated nut books are at.
Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
I wish Miss Midadol would let us help her with her dungeoneering.
Midadol, oh.
I wonder what she's...
I guess Sidolphus, Midadol. Alright, it's not just mid.
I think I'll wait till mid's away to take a tour of it.
Ugh. Is she still saying the same thing about him?
Blackthorn may be the manliest of men, but he does lack a certain tenderness. Goots, meanwhile, is as burly as a behemoth, but as innocent as a babe in arms.
Bro, she is just falling in love with a new person every time we talk to her. Last time it was all about Otto, now it's about Goots.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
Huh? Why are we standing here? Hello? What is this?
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
Oh.
That is a relief.
Clive,
Okay.
have you got a minute?
I was like, this two-timing motherfucker. Is that what is going on here?
A guest.
A guest?
Who's the guest? Oh, there's someone pitched up over there?
For your trouble.
Ah.
It was a pleasure, in
Uncle.
hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favorite uncle is here!
Isn't he my only uncle? I do like him. He's great. Your dearest, richest uncle? Perhaps, uncle, you would like to sponsor us.
Government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason
Their
to refuse
fault?
them.
Still, we must insist on
You guys invaded
substantial
first.
reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmex empty their treasuries for us.
Dude,
Of
this
course,
kid is gonna
none
be
of this
all
would have
messed
been
up.
possible without your
Like, he just
timely
fucking is
intervention,
always
Prince
all
Vivian.
up on her. He's gonna be so
Indeed, I
messed
doubt
up.
any of us would have had the courage to trade
Feels like a
words with
puppet.
the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a
It'd be like
great debt.
Mama Boy issues
May
times
the
1,000.
blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely
weird.
when the Dalmex will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand...
The Wicked Witch of the
what
game,
worth is
yeah.
a piece of parchment.
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would, of course, prevail,
I mean, they don't
there
have their
would be
dominant right
heavy
now,
losses
probably.
on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
Yeah, it's true.
There will be losses, it is true.
God damn it.
Yet for
He
every
stole my
citizen
words!
who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
The hell? The Albana lilies, or whatever the fuck they were called. I forget. Every time they pick up a flower in the game, even if it's not red, it's immediately what I think of. He wants his son to look like a strapping young man.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, your Radiance, I shall depart at once.
Avoiding the stream? Yeah. Oh, I got ahead of me. I didn't stream yesterday. I almost streamed yesterday, but I didn't. I considered it, but I was like, maybe I should take a day off.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
But he is doubting.
Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
Ugh. I was like, oh, I love the combat. The combat's great. I'm having a great time with it.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here?
Great question.
Only one way to find out.
The little ones have been up to their old...
It's just one thing after another around here.
Yeah, right? Like, dude. She betrayed her whole last family. But do you think she's not gonna do the same?
Ah, my dear nephew.
When you got some time, go read some of the zero scores on Metacritic. I was looking at Metacritic yesterday, but I didn't read any of the zero scores. Let me look at that. I just looked at like what the general consensus was, like what the rating they gave it and what the user rating was, because I was arguing with someone. Actually, I never even checked my Twitter. Oh my god, what a cringe. What a cringe reply. Lamau. So this guy, okay, so first of all, let me open up this chain of tweets. Right? I honestly shouldn't have even fucking bothered to talk to this guy because I feel like people who say these things are, there's no hope for them. Alright, so let me go to this original thread. This is a Final Fantasy tweet, and then this guy comments on these 10 hours game. Does it get better? Next to no items. He has his complaints, and his complaints are fair overall. But he says it's objectively a pretty bad game so far. I really, as we know, objectively is kind of a meme on this channel, where someone once said that Final Fantasy VII was objectively the best Final Fantasy, even though it wasn't the highest rated. So there's nothing objective about it. So like this, they talk a little bit, going back and forth about how like it gets better after the second time jump and things like that. And he said, "New Game Plus is not content. Tales of Arise puts Final Fantasy XVI to shame so far, both gameplay and quality." My personal opinion, I've played Tales of Arise. I think it's about, user rating is 7.9. Metacritic, I think, was 88, so like pretty good overall. I've played Tales of Arise. I didn't like it that much. I didn't hate it, but I don't think it was objectively better than 16. I think that's fucking wild take. So my reply is different taste for different folks. I thought Tales of Arise was a 6 out of 7 at best, and I can see where the development struggles was forced through and skipped. I put 16 out of 8 out of 10 right now, and I'm past the second time skip where the quests actually start to matter. It's like, Tales of Arise is objectively much better crafted and much more complex than Final Fantasy XVI. So far, 15 hours of play. I'd give Final Fantasy XVI 4 out of 10 at best. One of the worst in the series, which is a wild statement to say that 16 is one of the worst in the series when there are considerably worse games in the series. Way, way worse. And so I went Lamau. It's entirely a subjective opinion. Doesn't have to be. Don't be one of those objective people. One of the worst in the series. I recently ran through all 15, except the MMOs, and it doesn't even come close to the worst, especially after 13 trilogies and 15s. I'm over 20 hours in. It ranks pretty highly. And then I also said, plus their scores are nearly identical across the board when you look at Metacritic, and it's anything but objective. And his reply to that, the truth hurts, does it, kid? What a cringe. So I reply, what a cringe reply. Like, really? Out of all the things I say, that's your reply? You don't counter, you don't say like, oh, we just have different tastes. I get it. You don't go like, sis, you're just gonna say the truth hurts? You're fucking wrong. You're wrong. Because if we look up Final Fantasy right now, right, 16, we pop that bad boy open for PS5 2013. It's got an 88 on Metacritic, which Metacritic means it takes all the reviews of like the of all review agencies and pops it into a score, from what I understand. Oh, now the user score is 8. So it went from 7.9 yesterday to 8. So the user reviews is trending upwards. That's because he had nothing else to say. Yeah. Some people decide a motive to have a hate boner. Yeah, you definitely. Like, I hear the same fucking phrase get said over and over and over. It's a Devil May Cry clone. It's not a Final Fantasy game. It's like, it's just like some hive mind bullshit that people say. And I hate it. I hate that shit. It's like, come to your own opinion. Come to your own opinion. Don't just be like Devil May Cry clone, Final Fantasy, not Final Fantasy game. Like, come to your own opinion. It is a Final Fantasy game. Like, by definition, it is. It's got, all the stuff that pretty much makes it a Final Fantasy game. You just don't like certain things about it, and that's okay. But don't try to lie. But anyways, you said look at the zero scores. How do I user score? How do I flip this upside down? Hey, look at all these motherfucking tens. They go to like the end. There we go. Okay. I've been playing Final Fantasy games since the SNES days. I gotta say, this game is fantastic and is the best and most fun mainline Final Fantasy game I've played since 10, not including the character story and music and visuals of lore. This game is my favorite. The Sid character is total badass. How are you gonna write all this but give it a 0? This doesn't make sense. That this guy pushed the wrong button? This is weird. I think he pushed the wrong button there. I got baited by the demo, which was by far the best part of the game. It seemed like the game took the worst parts of... I will agree that there is a section after the demo that's pretty like meh for a while. The combat is good, but there is like that section after the demo that's not the greatest. And then once you get past the second time skip, it picks back up. That's a fair criticism, but to give it a 0, a 0. Bad frame rate, bad graphics. I don't know where the bad frame rate thing comes from. I feel like I haven't ran into a single issue when it comes to frame rate. I feel like this is people who have really dirty houses and they don't, and so their PlayStation is really dirty, so it overheats. That's just my opinion. Bad graphics is ridiculous. Bad characters ridiculous. Bad combat ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Here we go. Here's the phrase that everyone used. It's just a Devil May 5 clone from 2019. It's just a cheap copy. People are praising it for what? It's the same, dude. We're gonna see the same fucking talking points over and over and over. And you thought you didn't need a day one patch? Okay, my PS5 crashes at 720p. Lol, Nux, I'm very disappointed, bro. Clean your PlayStation. Clean your PlayStation. If it's crashing, you have a problem with your PlayStation, or maybe you bought the PlayStation immediately when it came out, and so you might have a defective PlayStation. I got my PlayStation 6 months ago. I've had 0 issues. Absolutely 0. And I'm not a heavy user either, so that motherfucker is clean. Clean. I even have a filter next to my PlayStation, so there is nothing getting next to it. This is a pointless thing that I also had a problem with, especially in the very beginning. The devs promised that there would be no boring side quests, but they are all your typical fetch quests. Now, not all side quests are typical fetch quests, but the beginning side quests, until you get to right before the Empire and this time skip, pretty much are. And this is, I think, is a valid criticism of the game, but they gave the game a 0 over it. Ridiculous. Need a little time to breathe and intensity of that demo. Yeah. You can't just keep going full on. Like, you gotta, if it's always intense all the time, like, I mean, that would be crazy, but I don't think it would be, like, feasible to do for, like, a long game. The worst combat system of Final Fantasy. You are literally smoking crack. This guy is literally smoking crack to say that this is the worst combat system of Final Fantasy. Literally smoking crack. Look, are you kidding me? Literally the worst? Bro, 13, 13-2, 13 lightning returns, 15 is, I would say, worse than this combat system. 15 is not bad, but it's not as good as this. This combat system is like a combination of Devil May Cry and Fable. Fable? I wouldn't say that. Not Fable. I would say it's like DMC in Witcher. That's what I would compare it to, which I like. Too many cutscenes. Don't play a Final Fantasy game or JRPGs. Too many battle effects. Too old hairstyle. An old hairstyle is what you gave a 0 for? Yeah, if you don't like cutscenes, you're probably not gonna like JRPGs. Like, that's just simple. Like, these days, like, would it have been better to make it an animation rather than the game? God. Having never played 14, okay, you don't need to play 14 to play 16, and trying twice and able to beat 15. Fair. This is fair. I'm having a blast. Okay, he's having a good time. It definitely isn't a 10 out of 10, but it's nowhere close to a 0 like the review bombers would think. Why are there so many zeros, Dane? Is there only 0, 5, and 10? Why did you give it a 0? Wait. Hold on. Okay, we're back into the... Is there no option other than 10, 5, and 0? Why does this man give it a 0? Where's the... Okay, you can give them 9s. You can give them 7s. So why a 0? Why do you give it a... Man, all these people be giving this game a 0, so I'm gonna give it a 0. What button are you clicking, my man? An easy action game for a 5-year-old who has to learn shapes and colors. Talk about an exaggeration, my dude. Talk about an exaggeration. If I were to give this to my 6-year-old nephew, he'd have no idea how to play. He would give up. He couldn't figure out how to play Minecraft on my computer because he had only played Bedrock on his tablet. So, yeah, that's crazy, bro. And the modes unlock after being the game way too easier, even for casual. Final Fantasy XVI fails to engage with a plot. We exclude the beginning, it only gets worse and very. I disagree. Probably among the worst endings of Final Fantasy. Well, I haven't got to the ending, so I can't really say. This review was done on the 23rd. How did this guy? I don't even. The 23rd? The game came out on the 22nd. Unless this guy literally stayed up for 40 hours, he didn't finish the game. I mean, yeah. Yeah, we're looking at the reviews because Aesthetic told me that they're wild, so I decided to look at them. I had issues with stand-up and had no issues laying it down. Yeah, I have mine laid down too because one, I didn't have room to stand it up in front of my TV, and two, I heard that if standing it up can cause heating issues, and that has not been neither confirmed nor denied. There has been extremely rare encounters where the thermal paste doesn't work as well. Extremely rare, but I wasn't going to take any chances, so I just laid down. Yeah, it's an M-rated game. Why would you? First of all, you shouldn't give it to a 5-year-old. Number one. Second of all, 5-year-old doesn't know how to read, so that's all another thing. Yeah, exactly. Anyone who has literally wrote a review on the first day after the games come out, yeah, I wouldn't trust them for an absolute second, because this is ridiculous for you to sit and play for 40 hours running and burning through the game. Like, dude, take a break. Go outside. Touch dirt. I don't have grass, so touch dirt. Liquid metal dripping from the bottoms of the... Yeah. I've heard that. That the because the metal, the thermal paste is metallic. So I've always kept it laying down. I don't know what that's ever happened. Ridiculous. Easiest Final Fantasy game ever? I wouldn't say that. I have definitely died quite a bit. The easiest was probably like one of the very early ones because you don't wipe that often, and they're very short. But no one's ever going to think about that. Like the early Final Fantasies were only like 20 to 30 hours. Only one with not having the game over in the secondary hunts, but I hardly never aided the use. So, okay, so easiest game ever, but I have definitely died on the hunts. And it's not that easy, right? If it was the easiest game ever, you would not die on secondary hunts. Played and finished in 28 hours, brought it back to GameStop to see how the series fell so low. Sad. Bro, 28 hours in one day since the game's release. Like a little over one day. Fucking Christ. You could just not equip the accessories and not play on story. Yeah, you could play on action mode and not use timely accessories, and the game's not that easy. There's one thing I don't really like about the game that I do think is not something that should exist on action mode, is that when you die through a boss fight, like, and you're like halfway through the boss and it has a checkpoint, when it completely replenishes all of your potions and high potions, I think that shouldn't happen. I think that's a little ridiculous. I don't really like that because it's just like, it makes it seem like you almost can't fail. Yeah, like that shouldn't happen. On story mode, fine. Action mode, no, shouldn't happen. The game is ignorant that it can be completed by holding down the square button at all time. You literally can't do that unless you put on a timely accessory. You literally can't do that unless you equip the timely accessory. So you're complaining this game is an ignorant action that can be completed by holding down the square button when you literally equipped an item that allows you to do that. It's not that hard. It's not a super hard Final Fantasy, and I'll give you that. But it is a Final Fantasy that also has a new game plus and hard mode. So I do think that hard mode is something that they should have had unlocked without new game plus. Personally, I think that's something that they should have had. You shouldn't have to beat the game first to unlock hard mode. They did that with Final Fantasy VII Remake too, which I found also kind of annoying. I think that should just automatically be unlocked. And also, like Breath of the Wild did that too, where you weren't able to immediately activate Master Mode. You'd have to like beat the first boss, then you can unlock Master Mode. So you'd have to like start over or something like that. I thought that was super annoying as well. The frame rate dancer slows down the gameplay of the cutscenes too often. I feel like the frame rate is fine. Clean your PlayStation. Flat linear level design makes corridor exploration useless. It's a relatively valid. It's not anything like the worst we've ever had, but relatively valid. The gameplay is repetitive for the first 3 hours, given the combination of elements do not lead to different results of battle, making it disparaging specific. After the first 3 hours, this is a criticism that exists, but a criticism where they didn't get far enough in the game to unlock the different abilities. Like, yeah, you don't get your next ability until about your other thing until about maybe 8 hours into the game. And then you don't get your next one until maybe somewhere like 10 to 15 hours into the game. And then you also then unlock, not only do you unlock Sid's thing, you also unlock your hybrid icon form. But it does take a while to get there. And I think that a little too long maybe. Yeah, the first 3 hours, that's 2 hours of that is the tutorial, and the hour after that is you're literally like inside the hideaway. Like you're inside the hideaway and you've gone to like one area maybe. That's crazy. Texture pop-up is ugly to see in 2023. I don't think I've seen that at all. Texture pop-up? I think this guy's PlayStation is overheating. The plot starts with rhythm and ends with boredom. Disagree. The meaning, nah. There are no mini games. You know what? Valid complaint. Valid complaint. No mini games. There should be mini games. I agree. There should totally be mini games. Mini games is, I think, a pretty cool Final Fantasy thing that they do, and that would have been cool if there were more mini games. I do agree with that. The story is completed. There's no secret content or 8 game, only new game plus. The dungeons are all linear, flat and copy paste. I feel like they have definitely struggled in level design when it comes to dungeons in the past few games. Like the dungeons in Final Fantasy 15 were very like this is the dungeons in Final Fantasy 15. Let me pull up Paint. Like you started here. This is like Final Fantasy 15 dungeon. You start here. You start going up this way. Oh wait, you can go this way. You could also go this way. This way. Oh, actually, it's a dead end. And then this way wraps around this way, and this way wraps back around this way, and oh, you're right back there. And you go up, and you can go this way, or you can go this way. Then both ways actually end up going this way. This is Final Fantasy. This is their dungeon level design. I swear. 15 is having that problem too. Yeah, they definitely struggle in level design. That's an absolute fact. How did I accidentally make a chocobo? This is its tail. This is its head. That's its beak. I made a chocobo accidentally. Okay. It's too easy to even on hard mode. Okay. This is how I know that this guy is lying. Because you can't activate hard mode until New Game Plus. He made this review on the 23rd. The game takes about 30 to 40 hours to complete. Maybe one guy said 28. So that means that he would have to have done 30 to 40 hours in about a day and a half. Means he never went to sleep, and then somehow also started hard mode. Didn't do any of the side quests, so he didn't do any of the important ones with the plus sign on it that give you upgrades. Yeah, the game's not going to be perfect. There's no party, only Torgal within the Z command. That is, I do miss party mechanics, absolutely. There's no world map, but only a map menu where you can select the mission. I mean, it's not an open world game. You go to an area, and it's like a relatively large area in which you could teleport around to or walk across it. I think that's a weird complaint. It's not an open world game, so why would there be... Why would it be... He wanted to walk around on the map instead of clicking on it? That's what he wanted? There hasn't been, like, a thing like that since... You can't walk around on the world map since Final Fantasy IX. Like, right? That's the last Final Fantasy that had a world map you could walk on. The final boss, okay. That might be spoilers, so I'm not gonna read it myself. Side quests are awful. Yeah, there could be better side quests for sure. The hunts are not well beat and indeed tedious and essentially useless, as they are nothing but mobs that are easy to exterminate. This is how you know that this guy didn't actually play the game, because there are recipes that you can get that you can make at the blacksmith that you can only finish if you get items from hunts. So they are not useless because they literally drop items that you can only get from them that allows you to craft better equipment. Yeah, equipping a party. I don't like the singular focus. I think that's a valid thing. The inconsiderate bad uses of QuickTime events, basically usually like God of War, where they are more marked to the value of the game itself. They overdone to the point where 99% of enemies are demolished by these QuickTime events to disguise the load up times between the end of the battle and the start of the cutscene. You push like 3 QTEs in a single fight, and then maybe have 3 at the end. Like maximum 5 to 10. But I mean, I guess that might be the case where they're loading the cutscene while you're doing that. That might be the case. But like, I think that's actually really clever. Would you rather like fight the mob and then sit there on a 30-second screen loading it? Is that what he would rather do? Or I think this is a clever way to hide loading screens. Yeah, and they look great. They're fun. Limited action gameplay. Limited in what ways? Technically backward and artistically anonymous. What? Is this guy just pulling words out of a thesaurus? This is undoubtedly the most serious problem. The technical problems concern pop-up textures and loading camouflage in situations that herald cutscenes drop below 30 FPS during the cut between the end boss and fight and beginning the new cutscene, and sometimes some stuttering, the glitches during some quest of hunting. If this is Yoshi P game that doesn't need patches, bro, I don't think this person's, maybe their first language is in English. I feel like they were just pulling words out of their ass. No, yeah, I like QTEs, as long as they're not overused, and I don't think they're overused at all in here, at all. Like few and far between inside fights. Like, you might do 3, but that fight is like 15 minutes long, or 10 minutes long. Like, you know, I think 15 seconds of QTEs in a 10-minute fight is not that much. It's busted by gaming media a lot. It's not as good as the first, has many flaws. It was some sexist in it too. The female characters aren't well written. What? I think they're well written. I think we don't know a lot of Benedicta's motivations, and I do think that they should have expanded on that. And I think Jill is well written. Yeah, I think Jill is pretty well written, and she's more of a main character than Benedicta. Most of them are there to boost the masculine protagonist, and it's literally the villainess is just so boring and bland. Her writing is depending on her power. Her writing is based on depending on her power in men. Her own, so she's power. You literally, in your own words, said that she's powerful. Her own means nothing in the story. What happens with her is just bad writing. Clive's a boring player with almost no growth in personality. Even the lack of diversity and lack of women in the game, even strong envy. This feels like someone who's just looking for problems. The lack of diversity and lack of women in the game, like I feel like there's a lot of women in the game. Like Martha in the tavern is a woman who goes out of her way to hire or buy bearers that are nearing death to save them and condition and give them treatment so that their death is not that bad. And then she gets really shaken up when you do her quest that involves her again, that those bearers that she protected and tried to save defended her when the Black Shields, like, I think that's like, and she's really shooken up about that. But I think that, like, that's all right. I'm done. Come on, man. Oh man. Yeah, Taja pioneered the brand removal surgery. You have Karen, who literally is like the fucking the person of the hideaway, that without her, the hideaway would collapse because they wouldn't be able to procure any goods. Yeah, they definitely did. Yeah, she has her own arc. Like, yeah, we go through the whole thing about what happened to her, the pain, the things that they did, and then like the fight. Like, what are they talking about, man?
How I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade.
They're
He
tripping,
really is the most
straight tripping, just because
fellow.
their waifu
As are
died.
you,
All right,
I
that's what it
hear.
is.
The Guardians and those
They saw the motorboat, the booby motorboat. They were like, I love her, and then they died and got mad.
tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly.
Crazy statements. Yeah, exactly. 100% agree, Kinetic. It's not a perfect game by any means. I would give it an 8 out of 10 so far.
2,000?
Wait, what? 2,000 what? I not pay attention to the last little bit.
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde.
Oh.
Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash.
And then you have this girl, Vivian,
it
who
seems
was like
safe to
fucking
assume that the
smart as
Royalists
shit.
did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea.
Ah, man.
So then, had you a
Helps them
vested
out with their
interest in Titan
strategies.
survival,
Without her, they'd be they
whither
wouldn't
would
be
you
able to
take
do it.
him? Why home?
The whole reason you have Mid, the whole reason anyone's even able to live in the Deadlands is because of Mid.
Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape?
Wild, dude.
Let us say that the royalists
Absolutely
did put
wild
ashore with a
that people
mind
say
to
those
spirit
things in the
Kupka
reviews.
away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
They swooped in with a
So it
really
was the
fast ship
Waludas
from
who
the
spirited
west,
the wretch away.
and east, all the way to
Now
the
I
west,
think about
and
it,
brought him up,
there
then
was
brought him
something a
across the
little
desert.
strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Okay.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here.
I mean,
the Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready.
I
need to tell
assume
my
Uncle
friends
could
what we've
fight.
learned and where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Mid's finished.
Okay. We do have some questos. Some side questos we can do. Get some gil, get some more renown. We unlock what the next item is in the Patrons of Whispers.
The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs.
Agitated. These guys big
Get surrounded.
Man, they didn't even die. Let me switch order. Yep. There we go. Dude, the freaking combos that I watched people do in some Reddit videos, fucking god in the game. I don't know how they got so goddamn good. I imagine that they just like fought in the demo zone like for a really long
Farewell.
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers.
I mean,
I hope it's the
really?
right one.
Would have never noticed.
Should be enough to keep the
He just
infirmary
looks like
stocked for a
Wolf
while.
from 14. They can't distinguish them.
Hopefully this will put
That was
Rodriguez's
the
mind at
guy
ease.
on the cover of Shadowbringers, was it? I never really played 14 that much. When I did play, I was still in the Realm Reborn section of the game. I did not have the time to re-up my subscription because I had like a bunch of stuff come up. I think I played it in December of last year. And since it's not a new account, I don't have like the Up to Stormbringer's free thing or whatever it was, Heaven's Sword. Because I would have to make a new account, and I didn't want to do that since I had already bought other things on it. Dude, there is like a mosquito. There must be a mosquito in my room at night. Man, I got bites on my freaking feet. So annoying. Are you guys good? Those goblins beat your ass, or what happened?
Cole, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't
Dude,
mind
Final
me
Fantasy
asking,
IX remake
what are you doing
is, I think, is definitely gonna
Doris sent
happen.
me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you
Looks like
freed the
that guy
bearers.
ran into trouble.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's
A
carriage
fake
rather
re-
than fleeing when they had the
9
chance.
remake?
I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
You have duties to attend to here. See to the injured. I'll handle the rest.
All right. Just follow the path to the south. You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
Thank you. And Sid, it's good to see you.
Don't thank me just yet.
Get me back on my feet.
That's not a goblin. I mean, I guess it is. There is a big goblin version. That's a big boy.
They're trying to get into the carriage.
Just be me and the big boy now. Come on. Do it again. Do it again. Oh. Failed. I wanted to get the perfect block going. I need to upgrade my downward slash. Harry, there we go. That's what I want to see. Bone necklace.
Who are you?
Oh, there was still someone there? Damn.
A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you...
We did it, no problem.
You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
A little late.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you.
I always assume the worst, but I get
Your
it.
lives are your own now.
Especially because we have our marks removed. They don't probably
We'll get
believe
everyone
us as
back
much.
to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
Alright, back to the hideaway, turn in these 2 quests, and then we could begin on with the main story. And maybe have enough renown for the next patron whispers thing as well. That'd be nice.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Sid, welcome back. If I just... Or maybe I wouldn't.
Cole and the others got home safe.
No.
Yep, they're
What
all
kind-
good.
I should have urged...
We swore...
It's good to see...
With all due respect, no one would...
We all know.
Okay.
I suppose.
There you go. The peoples are here. Ah. Produces rising flames. I don't use rising flames right now, so that's okay. I did at one point. I think. Not anymore.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
Oh, here you go.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
Well,
You'll do
unless they
fine.
die. Then
Talia
they'll
trusts
feel
you.
at all. The cold
Means I
embrace of
trust you.
death.
The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. But... I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's blood. Failure means death, and even success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a visitor
That's
to help
fucked.
people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Curse breakers lead hard lives. And the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither
That's why
glory
it's so
nor
dangerous
acclaim.
to remove it, because it
And
could
yet
end up
we never
poisoning
won for
them.
volunteers. Why do you think that is?
Conviction? They're willing to die?
They're willing to fight. To give their lives to create a world where people like us can be more than mere possessions. I know your work isn't easy, but neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Tyre. Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physicist's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that.
See,
won't falter.
even though this isn't like a main
Not again.
important quest, these are the quests that I like. Even though it was just a fetch quest, you learn something about, you know, the bearer's marks. I like that. I like that shit a lot. But I know a lot of people, they don't like that. They don't want to read anything or hear anything. They just want to go, 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 go.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
I heard this fight is pretty
Lanza
good.
and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can
I've
count
got
on us.
2,000 gold coins. Get him out of here. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and make that save. That is gonna be it for me today. We're gonna be a little shorter streams this week because I got work to go do. But I will see you guys all tomorrow. So thank you guys for all coming out today. Very much appreciate you guys coming out and spending your time in the stream, since time is the most valuable resource that anybody can spend, and spending it here is freaking awesome. I will see you all tomorrow. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Let me also make sure that I actually turn my PlayStation off. I have been forgetting to do that recently. Why did it, oh, because it's also accessing up. See you guys later.